A lot of black men are racial cucks. And before you get emotional, hop in my comment section, just hear me out. You sit there and you allow non-black men to degrade, disparage, disrespect us, right? You actually join in on it. You sit in a chair while these non-black men metaphorically fucks us, and they do that because they know you aren't gonna do shit. You're not. You don't see this happen with other racial groups. Try it and see how fast the tide turns. They know who they can try and they know who they can't. And they know for a fact that you're spineless and they can try you. Just like how black women won't engage in disparaging black men with women of other races. Absolutely the fuck not. Because those women understand that we're 10 toes down about everything black. If you let the world disrespect your women, you show how little you respect yourself.
What is she talking about? Like, seriously, what are you talking about? What? Listen, all right. The cuck analogy is a little strong. Right? I think one of the things that we forget is you wanted your independence from men. Right? You show the world how to treat your men. You show the world what we're worth by how you actually get on here and disparage us. You do it all the time. And when we make decisions that are supposed to be better for us, those decisions are also disparaged. When men decide, hey, I'm going to date out, you disparage them. When men say, I'm getting my passport, you disparage them. We constantly see more and more, content where you're saying you don't need men. That men having a boyfriend is embarrassing. That what are they good for? That an average woman is the same as the best man. You watch us be disparaged all the time, and you say nothing. You do nothing about it. Now you want to say, oh no, we're 10 tones. They know not to do that around us. No, you invite that. When you talk down about black men or men in general, there's no color in there. You just do it. Yeah, other races, they don't get on here and put content out there in the same sort of mass. We see, honestly, what it is. A lot of it is white and black women talking about men, talking. There's podcasts dedicated to it. You don't really see a lot from like Asian or Spanish. You see, of course, this is not a ubiquitous thing. It's not a everyone does it, but most of us are putting out the content. Most black people are putting out the content. More importantly, when you said you wanted your independence, when you said you didn't need a man, but you're making your own money, you're doing better than men. Okay. That protection of a community requires community to protect. We don't have that. Right? We've done a thorough job of breaking that down, so we do not have that community where I see someone else and say I've got to extend myself, protect them because this is what they do in the community. We look out for one another, especially when your protection is not there. It's extended through me. We don't have that. We've been disparaged long enough where men saying, okay, we get it. Want us to leave you alone. All right. That trailing effect. Now men across the board are saying, cool, I don't mind protecting. Men are very clear about that. They don't mind protecting, but they're saying, I'm going to protect what's mine. You're not mine. Because your skin looks the same as mine, your hair texture is the same as mine, that doesn't mean you are mine to protect. I'm going to leave you to do what you need to do, what needs to be done. Best of luck. When you take into account your own image, right? As a black man, I want to, when I appear online or I appear outside, I want to make sure I can be beholden to whatever people see. I don't want them to see the worst of us when they see me out. So that sometimes that requires you to take a little extra effort, a little extra care, especially when you're mad, when you're upset, to not crash out, to not blow up, to always keep in mind that you may be the next representative of your race. Is it fair? No. But is it reality? Yes. So when we are out here doing the worst, and this is for men, when we're out here doing the worst, we're showing the world this is how you should treat us. Okay. That's a very fair thing. And it works on the same side. When we get mad about the stereotypical image of a black woman saying it's an arrogant black woman, well, when you put that out there for people to see, this is what people say, okay, look, it's true. Here it is. I've seen it for myself. Here's the TikTok. Here's the Instagram reel. Here it is putting out there. When you open up social media and you doom scroll, all you'll see is this disparagement of black men. You'll see it over and over again. I've highlighted a lot of those cases here, and we understand that it's not all. Right? I'm not going to say women are racial. No, I'm not going to say anything. But when you make statements like that, and I think there's a gaslighting element in there, there's almost a reverse psychology sort of take in this. Men see this and say, "Cool, this does not make me want to show up more for you at all. All this does is tell me there's no hope." Right? There's nothing here to latch on to. There's nothing here to say, okay, there's a glimmer of chance, of hope, of something to build on. There's a building block here. No, there's nothing. All they're saying is, all right, man, continue to do what you have to do for yourselves. If you want to be with a black woman, keep searching, keep looking, right? You might have a shot at finding one, but if this becomes sort of the tone online and you don't see, and this is important, when you don't see enough women pushing back against content like this, it almost feels as if you condone it. And if that is the thought of it, cool. This is not anything that's going to bring us closer together. We're just simply going to say, cool, good for you. Hope all that works out for you. I'm still going to go somewhere else. Somewhere else may be another black woman. Somewhere else may be out of the country. Resources in this community gone, as if it circled. Our resources circulated enough when it comes down to money. It doesn't. But now I'm taking that and I'm completely removing myself for it, and I'm going to look at stuff like this and say, this is the reason. We don't hear enough, decent things said about why you like black men, why they matter. No, we hear stuff like this increasingly hot takes in a way to effort just to make people like, let's go on a limb and say she's doing something like this just to rile people up, just to get that attention. You don't realize how much this actually plays against people's psyche. Even if this is just for clicks, this is for likes, for you to go viral, for you to go famous, you want to do this at the expense of the next black man next to you, your father, right? Or your brother, or your cousins, or someone you actually loved or cared about at one time, or your son. This is what it is. Okay. Boom. This is not going to make men rise up and say, you know what, we need to protect. We need to calm that down. Because in reality, yeah, most black men won't let people talk about black women in their presence like that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Your experience is your experience. That has nothing to do with the rest of us and how we move. You may be a black man and say, I don't plan on marrying or dealing with any other black women, and you still can't talk shit about them in my presence. Won't allow it. You want to do whatever you want to do with your at home where you're safe, or some little, get together rally. Cool. I can't stop you there. But in front of me, yeah. That's not what we do. But again, what you see a lot of is when people are hurt, they have no problem lashing out. They don't care about any type of collateral damage or how other people may interpret this and say, all right, this is how they think about me. How many people get turned off from posts just like this from black women in general? Because this is not a clever take. This is not I said this and this is going to get them to do this. They're going to look at you and look at women that look just like you and say, all right, I've had enough. And I think that's probably the most unfortunate thing. If you got something to add, you think I'm wrong here, let me know down in the comments. See other videos on your screen, take a look at those. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos. And of course, if you made it to the end of the video, shout out to you. And you haven't subscribed, you should probably do. I'll see you in the next one.